also running with Floyd straight into the lead. Floyd from Corporal Klinger and Ayanok, with Prideaux Boy, the 3-to-1 favourite at the off, just tracking Corporal Klinger at the moment over on the far side. Floyd well clear there of Corporal Klinger and Ayanok, and Panto Prince and Mrs. Muck, and Prideaux Boy, Sheer Gold just the back marker. Floyd and Colin Brown, who won the previous race for David Elsworth, well clear, elevated very considerably in company, and on trial to see if he can handle some really tough opposition now as he races well clear towards the second flight in this Glen International Bula Hurdle. Oh, Corporal Klinger's gone. Corporal Klinger has gone at the second. He fell here in the champion last year, and he's fallen again this time. He's got up and he's continuing riderless, and just getting to his feet now is Paul Leach. And Corporal Klinger looks okay after that fall, but he's certainly got a Cheltenham hoodoo. Leaves Floyd a long way clear of Panto Prince on the inside of Mrs. Muck. Then comes Prideaux Boy and Ayanok, and behind them Robin Wonder and Sheer Gold, and Floyd about 20 lengths clear as he runs down towards the next flight. This is the third of the 8 flights in all. Floyd jumps it a long way clear of Panto Prince and Mrs. Muck and Prideaux Boy and Ayanok and Robin Wonder, and finally Sheer Gold. Yes, Paul's okay, walking away from the scene of that fall of Corporal Klinger, who has continued riderless over the fourth. It was Floyd well clear of Panto Prince and Mrs. Muck, and Prideaux Boy in 4, 5, 6 and 7 are Ayanok, Robin Wonder and Sheer Gold. Floyd at the 5th. Only about 10 lengths clear now of Prideaux Boy and Mrs. Muck, of, I should say, in second place, Panto Prince, third, Mrs. Muck, fourth, Prideaux Boy. But Prideaux Boy making ground a little bit now towards Panto Prince. But as they come to the next, a good 8 lengths clear still, 3 from home. Floyd from Panto Prince and Mrs. Muck and Prideaux Boy. A little gap there into Ayanok. Behind Ayanok is Robin Wonder, and then comes Sheer Gold somewhere behind the remainder. They're at the top of the hill now, and still Floyd clear of Panto Prince, Mrs. Muck, Prideaux Boy, Ayanok making a little bit of progress, being followed there by Robin Wonder. Behind Robin Wonder is Sheer Gold as they run downhill. Only 2 left to jump now in this Glen International Bula Hurdle, and Floyd, if anything, has increased his advantage as he runs downhill. Floyd and Colin Brown well clear at the moment of Panto Prince, Mrs. Muck and Prideaux Boy. Ayanok getting a little bit closer to them now. Behind them, Robin Wonder and then Sheer Gold. This will be the second last flight. Floyd jumps it, and beautifully. A long way clear. Floyd a long way clear of Panto Prince. Then Prideaux Boy moves into third. Robin Wonder's making significant progress on the inside rail, but rounding the home turn now with 1 left to jump, and Floyd still with a very commanding advantage from Panto Prince, Prideaux Boy and Robin Wonder. Mrs. Muck, Ayanok under pressure, making no progress at the moment, racing towards the final flight now. It's a long run to it, but Floyd still with plenty of gallop in him. Prideaux Boy's moved into second, Panto Prince in third, and Robin Wonder 4. They're getting closer to him now, but he's still got a commanding advantage. He jumps it beautifully, Floyd, and Colin Brown looks over his left shoulder. He sees no danger. It's Floyd striding away up the hill, being chased by Prideaux Boy as they come to the line. Floyd is going to win it in tremendous style. A great double here for Colin Brown and David Elsworth as Floyd wins the Glen International Bula Hurdle. Second is Prideaux Boy, third is Robin Wonder, and 4 Mrs. Muck, and 5 came Panto Prince, 6 and 7 were Ayanok and Sheer Gold, and so the result was first. Number 5, Floyd, owned by Mr. M.V. Walsh and Mr. John Rumble, trained by David Elsworth and ridden by Colin Brown. Second, number 7, Prideaux Boy, owned by Mr. Graham Roach, trained by him and ridden by Michael Bowlby. And third was number 8, Robin Wonder, owned by Mr. Anthony Hunt, trained by David Elsworth. A marvellous 1-3 for him, and ridden by Richard Dunwoody. Fourth was number 13, Mrs. Mutt. Here's the winner. Here's how he won it.
Well, he won it by making every yard of the running and never ever looking like getting beaten. In second place here in the black and yellow check colours is Corporal Klinger, last year's winner, who really needed a clear round here to get his confidence back. But he's just wrong at the second, and he just puts down there, loses his nerve at it, and as you can see, his nose absolutely furrows the ground there and gave his rider no chance to pick him up. He was just in the wrong stride, and he paid the penalty by putting down. Coming to the last, the position that Floyd was in the first time round, he is still in exactly the same position with a 6 or 7 length advantage. He jumps a little bit to the right there. Fredo Boy jumps it in second place, and Panto Prince still running a marvellous race in third. Well back there, almost last, you can see is Enoch, who made a bad mistake at the second last. That finished him, but possibly the race has come too soon after his tough race last Saturday. But Floyd has kept galloping. He can like the ground a little bit softer than this, but he was really bouncing off it today. Fredo Boy, alternatively, in fact, prefers the ground a little bit faster than this, but you couldn't make the ground an excuse because Floyd won so well, he'd have won whatever the ground. And Colin Brown just gives him a couple of reminders to make sure that he keeps galloping, but it wasn't necessary because he never looked like stopping for a moment. Back in third, Robin Wonder is running on well to give David Elsworth a Thurston third in the race, but without getting anywhere near the winner, who was most impressive in his first appearance in Grade 2 class.
And running